folks, this will be part 2 on finding inspiration. I might call this one looking for inspiration, or I might call it under the influence. We'll see. Alright, so it's almost 8:15. So I gotta make sure it's a couple minutes before 8:30. I had to trim the last video a full minute off of it, so I took it right off the beginning. Now this ain't for beginners, my videos, you know. It's all I keep saying is learn your do, re, mi. In other words, pick a key, you know, whatever key it is, it doesn't matter, and learn its 7 scale positions. No matter what key you use. Say we use A major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then it's back to the, you call it 8 or 1 again. Whatever key. What key was I thinking of now? G major. You know, find all the different ways, but learn that all the way up the fretboard, you know. So anyways, so this is tuned down a half step, all right, right off the bat. It's E flat. So what I do, it's all hackage, but my point being, these videos are about finding inspiration from cover tunes, you know? So I take these, what I'm inspired by, and I go, okay, so that's E Mixolydian, you know. Believe it or not, that's, for me, that makes me think A major. Go figure, because that's all E, right? But I think of E Mixolydian, which comes from A major. So for the inspiration for me, you know, I'm not trying to play their music tight or good or anything. It's just the feel, it's the notes that are involved, you know? I have no value, like I said in the first video. Cover music has 0 value for me to learn. At 71 years old, I want to find my voice, but I can't help that I was influenced by all the bands back in the 70s. Even if I never learned their songs, I could hear it. I can hear it now that I taught myself the do, re, mi. So you're E Mixolydian, so I come up with a lot of creativity just from those influences. But what I'm going to be doing is not any, you know, it should not sound too close to that, you know, like I got, let's see, I don't want to, let me think. All right. This one, if you can hear, like a little bit of... But mine is... Now... So that's just my riff, but that's, you could hear I played these other little things to show you the influences, but E Mixolydian, that's all A major. Again, if you learn your do, re, mi in any key, that means if I have this group, all this A majors, I can come up with melodies out of them all. You don't want to learn, like, say, Mixolydian or Dorian or Aeolian. To me, I'm glad that I just taught myself the do, re, mi. Just got all that going. I picked a key. I think I might have started in E major. It doesn't matter because I can do it in every key. What? You know, of course you go up the rest of the thing. All 7 modes are in there. Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian. So learn your do, re, mi, and instead of learning, well, this is, let's say, B Dorian. If you can learn it, and that's great, and you can move and go, okay, but that doesn't give you the depth that you'd get if you learned all the do, re, mi, and you go, oh, B Dorian, anything in B Dorian flavor is all the scale blocks of A major, I'm sorry. So this E Mixolydian comes from A major, so I can go into all the scale blocks of A major, and get E Mixolydian flavor. So A major, all the A major. There's F sharp natural minor scale is A major, but you can, all 7 modes are there, so I can go in there for all 7 modal names of A major. G sharp Locrian, A Ionian, B Dorian, C Phrygian. It's all of the modal name means if you go from that note to note. If I did C Phrygian, C sharp Phrygian, I'd go C sharp to C sharp, playing all the notes from A major. That's the Phrygian flavor. But if I want to play that there and play the same notes to this, you know, so there you go. D Lydian. Lydian, but I can stay there and play those same notes and give it the E Mixolydian flavor. What was the other one I was doing? know, just a little lesson again on learning your do, re, mi. And then if you know little bits of a cover tune or whatever, because I've been uninspired lately to be creative with my own ideas, because I've got 180 90-minute cassettes filled with ideas right now, and I'm not stopping, but I'm starting to because I've been in a rut of the same shit different day. So I go, well, why don't I go back to cover song, just the idea of them. I'm not going to work to play Zeppelin or Bad Company or anybody. Why? If I was 20, I would, and I'd play in cover bands. But at 71, I want to try to find who I am. But it helps to get inspired by cover music, and then really to have a lot to pull from learning your do, re, mi. 7 modes are in there. Then there's other things you can do besides those. That's not all. You can do many pentatonics in any key. You know, this stuff. Like this thing. What was I? That's just one of my own groove ideas, but no matter what any of us come up with, we are influenced by somebody, and it's going to sometimes sound, oh, that sounds like such and such. Well, my goal is to undo as much of that in my head as I can, so I can, hopefully my voice will stand out in the end. You know, but I can't help I've been influenced by Creedence and Zeppelin and Bad Company and Grand Funk and you name it, Boston, you know. And play them when they came out, or you know, I'd figure them out. Some of them half-ass out by ear, or some local friends of mine that were in bands would show me things, you know, over the years. But now I want that all undone. I don't want that in me, you know. But learning the scales and your pentatonic on a whole fretboard. First of all, you hear them when you spend time on them. And you start hearing what they sound like. Like if I took A major, I'm almost up on my 15 minutes. You know, so I go. I'm being sloppy because I haven't been playing and my hands hurt. But my point being, and then starting with the next note up. And I would just listen, going from one note to the next. What? And I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't just go do to do or whatever note to whatever note, you know. Taking the A major, just off an A chord. What? Just create stuff, just off the do, re, mi. You know, simple things. That's actually was a Mixolydian too, right there. An A, a D, and an E in there. Anyways, I just like to share knowledge, and you know, most of you don't give a shit. It's not for beginners. I'm not going to do this finger on this fret and all that shit. Anyways, have a good night, folks. Happy holidays.